children, trauma, and parenting. My name is Grace Bukachi, and you're watching CITAM Church Online. Sometimes a parent, whether a mother or father, can really be weary and exhausted when parenting and providing an atmosphere for a child who's gone through trauma. A trauma of perhaps abuse, a trauma of an accident, a trauma of losing a loved person. But specifically for now, allow me to also say the trauma of being sidelined, being put apart because perhaps that child was born with conditions that others are not comfortable with. Recently, a mother of an autistic child said they were so grateful that they could go to church and their child could be received in a neurodiverse Sunday school class. But I'm talking about you in your family space now, when you're home and you're trying to help this child. We, as a therapist, many times they tell a child, in that counseling session, you provide colors and papers and crayons for that child to draw. But this is a momentary thing. How do you do it? How do you live in that environment with that child? How do you help that child cope and come out of that traumatic space that they've been in? Sometimes as parents, we are very guilty of shouting or reminding that child, especially if they're 12 years and below. It is terrible, allow me to say terrible, for you to tell a child it's because you did. Sometimes it's not that child's fault. And sometimes our negative speech as a parent, it's almost like it reinforces more pain. You're not looking to reinforce pain. You're looking to alleviate it, to help this child come out of that space, to help that child see bright colors again. Because the pain that they're going through, emotional pain, fear perhaps, maybe that child used to be really outgoing and noisy and happy. And because of what they've gone through, they are finding themselves in corners, or they want to just be quiet in their own room, even in bed. Find a way as a parent to address and talk to that child, and please don't remind them of the wrong they've done or the wrong that happened to them or the trauma they faced. Long ago, they would give us, if a child broke a hand or a leg, they had the plaster of Paris, that white thing that they would put. Nowadays, I noticed that there is more bandage. So in our days, those plaster of Paris, the children would ask their friends to draw or write things on them. Find something that involves that child, helping them get out of that cloudy, dark situation. Here's my plea, my cry to you as a parent or a relative to a child. First of all, seek help. Seek help for that child. Pray, yes, but perhaps not in the presence of that child, because prayer might not be a very acceptable thing for them. But ask God for wisdom. Ask God for direction. Then seek help, yes, and continually, when they're out of that help space, make life what's the word I'm looking for? Normal around that child in the home space. Find chores that they can enjoy participating in. Please reach out and help that child who's experienced trauma, and be a parent that offers a shoulder to lean on or arms that are safe. God bless you. I'll see you next time on CITAM Church Online.